Welcome to Get the Facts, the program that provides you with accurate and timely information on government's policies and initiatives. I'm Theodore Henry. This organization is home to renowned vocational and technical programs of learning and apprenticeships, offering assessment, qualification, certification, and digital credentials. They signed a 10-year contract to the Ministry of Education and Youth in November 2019 for the provision of examinations in mathematics, English, customer service, and skills proficiency awards across 12 occupational pathways, and that includes engineering. We are speaking about City and Guilds, and today we have the Chief Business Executive, Dr. Bentley A. Brown, to give us an insight into how this examination body is improving the lives of our Jamaican students. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Brown.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Let's jump right in to Get the Facts. City and Guilds. Everybody knows the name. I'm not sure everybody knows what it does, though. So give us that overview. What is the City and Guilds? What's its purpose?
Well, I must state that we have been around for 146 years.
All right.
Since 1878. We operate from the UK as a charity, first and foremost, under the British Royal Charter. We operate in over 80 countries worldwide. As far as Dubai, which boasts quite a lot of our educational programs and pathways, the importance is primarily around our vocational approach as it relates to being an examination body internationally. So, within the Jamaican context, you have NCT-VET, which is the national exam body.
Right.
You have CSEC, which is the regional exam body, and we are the international exam body. So our qualifications and programs take you right across the world.
Right.
You mentioned earlier about our contract with the Ministry of Education.
Yes.
We have the skills proficiency. Well, the engineering is a separate program from the skills proficiency awards. So we offer a diploma in engineering, primarily in electrical and electronics and the maintenance technology. So we operate in over 200 high schools locally.
Right.
One of our leading partners as well is the Heart NSTA Trust. Through their respective centers island-wide, offers our programs, they offer our they offer all the qualifications that we offer through the Ministry of Education. And we do have private centers, with Distinction College being the leading provider within the region. The Jamaican Caribbean representative, the Caribbean representative office sits here in Jamaica for the entire region, in which we cover 7 Caribbean islands as well.
Okay.
So the same exams that are sat here in Jamaica, which are dated exams in terms of the math and English, are similar to what is sat as far as South Africa.
Right.
Right. So, and I can share with you that City and Guilds, we sit on the Ofqual British qualification framework. So we are heavy on quality. We're heavy on the process of verification, assessment, to the extent that our assessment unit is based in South Africa.
And that would be pretty necessary, considering that your scope is international.
And practical. So it requires quite a lot of verification and assessment in terms of looking at portfolios, looking at practical assessments. So we have a lot of EQAs here locally who move around, which operates independent of our office.
Right.
So those instructions come directly from South Africa to go in to assess, for example, Mount Alvernia, who does the Skills Proficiency Awards, or a Tarrant High or a Dunoon. So these persons go in and ensure that those standards are maintained. In terms of the math and English, we just this year alone, we had, basically looking at the pass rate, we had a 56% pass rate for math, which really spanned right across the respective high schools in Jamaica and the region in itself. We sort of had a higher average in comparison to the regional exam.
Oh, okay.
And our stage 3 math maps closest to the CSEC math. It is widely accepted in all the tertiary institutions here locally. We have endorsements from more than 12 local entities, government entities, and tertiary institutions. So we're here, and we're here to stay, and we're here to do some work and offer education to the nation.
Wonderful. That was thorough. And you gave me something which I'm still thinking about right now. NCT-VET, local examination body, CSEC, regional, and City and Guilds is international. Now, what are the key benefits? I understand the scaling of scope. But what are the key benefits of obtaining a City and Guilds qualification for career development as averse to, CSEC? Because you mentioned that you're in the high schools, which is where CSEC is as well, NCT VET is as well. What's the comparative benefit and the key benefits?
Well, the regional exam is more geared towards an academic approach. We are here to provide that vocational scaffolding for you.
I want you to open up that word, vocational.
Yeah, I mean, skills, if I can piggyback from what Dr. Ingleton from the Harrington Estate Trust mentioned, she said skills pay the bills. So, we do believe that despite the fact that you need doctors, you need lawyers, you need teachers, you still need a plumber, you need an electrician, you need an engineer, you need mechanics, and that's what we provide. That's scaffolding for vocational education. I mean, in this fourth industrial revolution, right across the world, you'd have seen locally where we're struggling to find even laborers. Most recently, a company advertised for 146 maintenance. I think it was Vicinco advertised for 146 maintenance engineers. And that is within the capacity of even persons just managing a plant, doing electrical work, plumbing, just the general maintenance of a plant. Where, we're in the studio now.
Right.
You are the host, but despite you being the host, there's a significant machinery going on right around us.
So it is.
That you and I could not manage.
True,
and these persons are engineers in their own respective right. And they embrace vocational concepts. So that's our focus. We prepare you for the world of work so you can even move on to another series of employment.
Got it. You cleared it up. Perfectly for me by expanding that whole idea of vocational. As you said, skills pay the bills. More on this discussion with Chief Business Executive at City and Guilds, Dr. Venley A. Brown, when we return after the break. Please stay with us.
Attitude is something which productivity will require, and a good attitude. So these are conversations which are difficult. Because how do you instill a good attitude? It starts by the kinds of activities that you engage your children in at an early age. What are we teaching our children even in our own homes? How do they see us reacting to challenges? How do they hear us addressing issues? That's what's going to shape their attitude and their mindset.
Welcome back to Get the Facts. We've learned so far that City and Guilds qualifications are also recognized in other countries. It's international, which can expand career opportunities for individuals. Now, let's delve deeper into the 10-year contract we mentioned that the examination body has signed with the Ministry of Education and Youth. Dr. Brown, the 10-year contract signed in 2019, so we're 5 years in?
5 years in.
5 years in. Okay, so we know the who.
Right.
That's with the Ministry of Education. But what is it? What does it cover and why?
Well, initially, the challenge, having been a past educator of an institution as well, there are traditional high schools in Jamaica and you have technical high schools.
Right.
There was a wide gap in terms of the technical offerings in the schools and an opportunity as well.
Wide gap in terms of technical subjects being offered?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Uptake.
So, for example, during COVID, we had the opportunity to also exercise a more stringent approach in terms of how you assess. So, students who sat most of our technical subjects had the opportunity to do recordings from home, for example, food prep.
Right.
SPA, Skills Proficiency Award in food preparations. They had that latitude to prepare their practical assessments from home. Their parents could have allowed, or assisted in terms of recording and submitted that in the form of a portfolio.
Okay.
But during COVID, we were all locked down for a little while.
Yeah.
Right? And again, it was good enough to the extent that most students had the opportunity of doing a dual exam approach. So they sat both math and English at CSEC and the City and Guilds.
Okay.
So the contract really covers math, English, the 12 Skills Proficiency Awards, customer service,
Okay.
because we do offer customer service.
Yes, we did mention that in the intro.
This year alone, we registered over 7,000 students island-wide for customer service.
Benefiting from the boon of, for example, call centers and such.
Correct.
Right.
And customer service is everyday life. Quite a lot of our graduates enjoy being employed in the hospitality industry and the business sector as a result of their qualifications in customer service. And importantly, the engineering, which we are pushing very wide and far now across Jamaica, because Jamaica is lacking engineers. So that contract in itself really saved or created that ethos for Jamaican students to become more technically rounded and to have the opportunity to matriculate to work or to higher education in a vocational year per se.
Right. And I think in answering the why, you had underlined that there's a gap.
There's a gap.
Right, so there's a lot of academia happening in our high schools, but the vocational training. All right, so we've often heard that we have to prepare Jamaicans for the future. Can't just teach anything we want, right? Jamaica is a part of a global village. So how does City and Guilds decide what to offer?
Well, if you should look at our website, a fraction of what we offer here in Jamaica, it's so small in comparison to what is offered in the UK, Scotland, Ireland, Wales, England in particular. The scope of qualifications are much wider, so we're looking to really bring or to widen the pool here in Jamaica, or the Caribbean region in particular.
Which would require what?
Well, an application, a process, presenting a business case to London to let them know the viability of having the qualification here.
Okay.
We have quite a lot of centers in the region who offer different qualifications. For example, we offer PRA, which is called Professional Recognition Award. So you are a journalist in your field for over 5 years. You can be assessed in your field, and you can be awarded a professional level 8 certification, which is a membership of City and Guilds Institute, which takes you far and wide.
Okay.
We offer assured programs as well. So, for example, Distinction College would write some healthcare programs. We vet, we assess, we send them off for verification, and we assure them. So the word assured is similar to what is recognized here as accreditation. So we use assured, and Jamaica use accreditation.
Okay.
So we have quite a lot of programs in that context. We have the employability skills, which is a major game changer. It creates that atmosphere for employment and just understanding social skills and values. So most recently, the most honorable Prime Minister of Jamaica had the LIFT program. And you'd have heard about that.
Yes.
We were a part of that with the Heart and Estate Trust in designing the employability skills program, which covered 10 units. And I think they selected over 50 persons from different constituencies who were scaffolded with employability skills.
Okay.
Quite a lot of our students are leaving high school and are struggling to even learn to or even know how to conduct themselves in an interview or even to write a resume, how to manage conflict at work, how not to view the workplace as just being a transactional approach, but a stepping stone in terms of just managing your own affairs and becoming your better self. So I personally recognize the importance of City and Guilds. When I went to high school, I remember I did auto mechanics, and it also at City and Guilds, and it helped me to understand how to manage my own motor vehicle.
Got you.
It creates that ability approach for you physically and mentally, and the contract with the Ministry of Education is one that we also have a contract with the Heart and Estate Trust to provide assured programs for Heart, because Heart, they're doing a fabulous job. The assessment team, they're headed by Miss Marsha Grant. They're doing a fabulous job island-wide in going around and certifying. We have programs that we certify even DJs.
But if I can just jump in here, it's all about access.
Access
to vocational. We're in the last few seconds of the interview. Real quick, if this journalism thing doesn't work out for me, I want to do engineering. How do I access your examinations?
Well, from a private perspective, it is offered through IRRQ, that's internationally recognized qualifications. It's right across from Andrews Hospital.
Okay.
That's a center
Right.
that offers it.
Hope Road.
Right, Hope Road, right. The Heart and Estate Trust offers it as well. We are currently in 5 high schools. We are looking to expand. So Jamaica College, Excelsior Community College, York Castle High, Brownstown has signaled that they want to come on board.
Okay.
And we're trying to partner with some tertiary institutions locally because, again, the Ministry of Education would have started an approach through the sixth form pathway.
Yes.
And that's where we want to really cement the engineering program in the sixth form pathway through the tertiary institution, the community colleges. So I am positive that maybe next year this time you'll be inviting me back on the program to speak on the success.
I love the sound of that. I love the sound of that. Last 2 seconds of the program, directly to our audience. What's on your heart? City and Guilds.
Well, our motto states, believe you can. So again, you don't have to have the approach you want to become a lawyer, a doctor, a teacher. Skills pays the bills, and we are here to assist you to afford that opportunity of becoming a technical person in any vocational field here locally and regionally.
All right. Skills pays the bills indeed. And this has been Get the Facts. Our guest was Dr. Bentley A. Brown, Chief Business Executive at City and Guilds. Thank you for watching. And until next time, I'm Theodore Henry. Take good care.